When we go out to eat, we never agree on where to go.
I want burgers!
Pizza.
Tacos it is.
The one thing we do agree on is we all want unlimited high-speed data. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 lines with unlimited LTE data for just $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figure it out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Offers require port and of number not currently active on T-Mobile network. During congestion, the fraction of customers using more than 35 gigs per month may notice reduced speeds. Video streams at up to 40p. No tethering. See store for details and terms and conditions.
Episode 970 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. Only a couple more shows focused on interviewing, then I go on to something else. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. New Year's weekend. What are you doing for the holiday, huh? How are you going out to celebrate the new year? Leave a message in the show notes. I'd be curious. And I'll also tell you, I've got a great little show today, which is the problem with informational interviews. Now, I think they're terrific, but they're not always perfect. And here I go into what the real problem is with them. Hope you find this helpful. Hope you give it 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It helps other people find the show. Go celebrate. We'll talk next week. Well, I'm doing a show tomorrow and Sunday as well. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend. You can catch up on Tuesday if you need to. And now, let's get going, okay? You know, I was reading something recently that made me pause for a second and call attention to what I'll refer to as the problem with informational interviews. Now, informational interviews, just to define it for those who aren't familiar with the term, are interviews that you have with people who might work for an organization where you're not going in there to ask them for a job. You're looking for information about a field, an industry, their firm, how to do things, something where you're gathering reconnaissance. So let's say you're interested in working in, Tesla, just for the sake of argument. And you network your way to someone who works there. And you sit down with them and say, thanks for making 15, 20 minutes of time with me for coffee, and I really appreciate it. I want to pick your brain for a second. And you start asking them questions about Tesla, how they hire, and the kind of person that they look for, trends in the electric auto industry, a whole host of things. And then from there, you never ask for a job, you thank them for making time, and walk out the door. Now, imagine doing this 4 or 5 different times with people in the electric auto industry, and you're looking for commonalities between the answers that you receive in order to figure out whether this is a good field to go into, just for the sake of argument. What you have are 4 or 5 different opinions. You don't have facts. And even in finding the commonalities, decisions are often made far above the level of the individual that you're talking with about a new direction for a firm, a new direction for a product or service. You get where I'm going with there. And thus, you're getting opinions generally from people who don't matter, who basically are just people working there. And like everyone, they have opinions. Like, you talk to your boss about whether you have a chance of, remaining, when the next layoff comes. And of course they're going to say, oh, sure, you got nothing to worry about. No problem. And the fact is, they don't know anything. They have no facts. They just have an opinion. So informational interviews are really opinions of people, and often people treat them as facts, as though this is the way to do it. Now, I bring this up because particularly with my expectation that we're going to have a recession at some point soon. And again, this is not political. It has nothing to do with who's elected president or even who the president is at any given time. It's just that recessions happen cyclically, and we haven't had one in a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have another one. So that's the thinking that I have behind this. You need to think ahead and start getting out there and talking to people and building relationships with individuals, but always doing your own research, always seeing the things that make sense to you and the things that are incongruent to you. Don't follow the incongruent ones. Again, look for commonalities and explore the incongruence more. If you're trying to find a job right now and you need to do informational interviews, great. Get out there and do them. I really mean that. But I want you thinking like you're a business. And as a business, you have to look out for what's right for you. Because when the next recession comes, your boss isn't going to be looking out for you. Your firm's management isn't going to be looking out for you. You're left looking out for you. So get out there, start talking to people, but always caveat emptor. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to say that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, look at the tabs on the top and you'll see a menu of choices for you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, helping you with a salary negotiation, answering your question, advising you about a decision you have to make about job offers. That's all there is an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end. It's in half-hour increments, so it doesn't take a lot of time in each session, and that's another way you can do it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing with folks who like the show and are interested in my help. Lastly, I also want to mention I've got a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it seems like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I have curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you find work more quickly. Again, that's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, hope you have a great day. Take care.
When we go out to eat, we never agree on where to go.
I want burgers.
Pizza.
Tacos it is.
The one thing we do agree on is we all want unlimited high-speed data. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 lines with unlimited LTE data for just $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figure it out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Offers require port and of number not currently active on T-Mobile network. During congestion, the fraction of customers using more than 35 gigs per month may notice reduced speeds. Video streams at up to 40p. No tethering. See store for details and terms and conditions.
When we go out to eat, we never agree on where to go.
I want burgers.
Pizza.
Tacos it is.
The one thing we do agree on is we all want unlimited high-speed data. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 lines with unlimited LTE data for just $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figure it out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Offers require port and of number not currently active on T-Mobile network. During congestion, the fraction of customers using more than 35 gigs per month may notice reduced speeds. Video streams at up to 40p. No tethering. See store for details and terms and conditions.